What is going on, you guys? So I'm going to show you real quick how to see smart money orders, how to see the big orders, the big shark in the water. How do you see those trades? All right, now very simple, very easy to do this. All right, so a lot of people look at level 2. I look at level 2. I don't look at this level 2. For example, if I'm using level 2, I'll be up here. I'll go to trade. I'll go to all products, whatever I'm looking at, say AMD. I'll look at this right here. You got the bid and the ask. Level 2, the size, volume, very important things right here. This is what I'll look at. I hardly ever do something else. But level 2 can be misleading, all right? There's people that can put big orders in and take them out. So all of a sudden you see a lot of say you're seeing this level 2 here, you'll see like 1,000 shares right here, and you're thinking, oh, okay, there's a lot of buyers coming in. So you start buying, and then they take them out. So a lot of false things, a lot of playing around can happen here. But one place where you can be sure to see real trades coming in is time and sells. I'm sure everybody knows that. All right. So right off the bat, you click on time and sells, you see all the trades coming in. Okay, this is every trade that's coming in has to be on the time and sells. All right. Now there's a lot of people that tell you, oh, learn how to read the tape, learn how to read it and stuff like that. That's a lot of lies. Personally, I've never used time and sales. I did when I started trading. After a while, it's just nonsense. There's no real reason to watch, time and sales. But if you do want to look at smart money, big fish in the water, easy way to look at where they're at on the time and sells is one simple little trick. So go to size, and depending on what time of day it is, for right now it's 12 New York time, so I'll go to equal to 1,000. So now it's only going to show me trades with 1,000 shares or higher. Okay, it's not going to show anything less. You can do 500. It's going to show me everything higher than 500. Because if you just have it on all, you're over here thinking there's a lot of shares, a lot of trades coming in. Like that looks like it's a lot, but in reality, it's nothing. All right, they are trades. They are there, but they're not big enough to move the stock. All right, so what you want to do, say you go to 2,000, you're only going to see shares higher than 2,000 or more. Depending on the time. Maybe if it's right at the bell, maybe you want to do 5,000, just so you can eliminate all the smaller trades. Okay. But for right now, let's just do 1,000. And this is, like I said, it's only going to show you trades higher than 1,000. So you got now 2,000 red. So if you start seeing a lot of red, especially on a place like this, AMD, you got clear resistance here at that $50 mark. You got support here at 49.50, right? Which exactly what you want to see right here. So now a trade under 49.50 would be a good trade. So you're thinking, is it going to happen? Is it going to be a fake out, breakout, stuff like that? So this is what you're going to do. You're not going to jump in early. You're just going to be patient. Ideally, you would want to take it up here, short it up here, because $50 hold number resistance as well as a pivot point up there. But in case you happen to be taking it down here, it's not a real bad trade either. Okay, under 50 is where you're going in. So now you're looking at the time and sells, making sure we're getting a lot of buyers to the downside. I mean, a lot of sellers to the downside. So that's what you're gonna be looking at right there. So you see we got a lot of trades coming in. You want to eliminate some. Let's go to 2,000 here. So you got a big one there, 13,000. You got the level 2 there, 42. Personally, I prefer looking at the level 2 just to give me a gauge of what's happening, So I'll go to trade here, look at the size right there. We got a lot of buyers coming in right there, 158 times 17, 15. All right, so we got more buyers than sellers. Bid is 152 right now. So you're going to be looking to get in under that resistance or under that support level at 49.50. Just watching the level 2 here. Half the time, whenever you already know what trade you're going to take, you don't even got to look at the chart. You just look at this, look at the buyers and sellers. This is what I do right here. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can go ahead and look at the chart, look at this. So if we start seeing a lot of motion a lot of trades coming in and they're all red, it's a good indication we're going to be coming down. Look at the buying bid and ask up here, 54, 55. And that's how you do it, guys. Now let's just hold on a little bit, see if this ends up working out. It all just depends, you know. If a lot of buyers step in, it may very well not work out there. All right. So like here, you can use your level 2 there if you want. You can combine them if you want, like a lot of people do. Like I said, I personally don't. We could just get a balance here as well. Just making sure it's right here as well. So you can look here. So you got 25 buyers times 16. So you got more buyers than sellers. All right. So at this point, it's looking like it might want to bounce. You're not really sure. All right. Anything can happen here. So right here, we're getting closer and closer. We're now at that 49.53. We want the bid to go under that 50. As soon as it goes right there, as soon as it goes under 50 is a good time to get in the trade. You see you got a lot of sellers here coming in. You got 10,000s coming in. So under 50 is what you want to see here. Working out pretty good here. 47, there we go. Now you got to drop down. You're in the trade and you're good. You see how quick that is? As soon as it broke this 50 on the bid, you got in the trade. Now it's at 45 cents, which isn't much, you know. It's not much, but it broke support. So now we can expect this thing to come down. How far? I don't know, but we can expect this to come down some. Give you guys a good trade there. So if you want to look at the bid and ask, make sure, this is why I look at the bid and ask, just to see, you know, you got more buyers coming in here. You got more buyers than sellers. So if you were to have a lot more sellers than buyers, it would be a better trade, because it would be a better indication that it would just be coming down. That's why I personally just prefer to use level 2 up here. See, you got a lot of more buyers than sellers. And that's pretty much it. They're just exchanging right now. You got a 45. You still have 44 there. You got a 32 by a 22. So if you can see a lot more sellers coming in, then the price will lead lower. Look at your chart here, at your time in sales. So you got some big trades coming in. Now it's at 2,000, you know, 3,000 here. Look at your time in sales. Now we're getting a little bit more sellers than buyers now. You look at 22 times 10, 15, 16. So it's about level right now. Looking for a push under 40. Okay, now we're at 40 there. If we can get a push under 40, that would be great. You got 3,000 right at 40, 5,000 right at 40. You get the bid at 40, ask at 41. There we go. We broke under 40. Now we're coming down lower. You got more buyers and sellers still. You got 40 or 56 times 26. Just keeps coming on down. We're at 18 times. You can see it right here. So now we got more sellers and buyers. So we can expect this to come on down a little bit lower. So there you go, guys. You broke support, which is what you want to see. Now it's just coming even lower. Broke. Now you got 20 cents on the trade. For me, my target would be around that $48 mark, which is down here at this area here. Now you're at 32. You gotta watch. You gotta watch the bid and the ask. Make sure you don't got a lot of buyers stepping in. But like I tell you guys, this can be a game down here. So what you want to do is look up here. All right. And if you were to be on all sizes like this, you know, you see a lot of green and you get scared, you get out the trade. But what you're not realizing is they're not big orders. Okay. You see these hundreds, they're not going to move the stock. All right. You got to look at the big boys. So we're at the 2000s here. Now we're at 27, breaking right under that $50 support level. Like I told you guys. Market is at 326. Hopefully it goes under 326. We're at that 25 now, so you got about 25 cents on the trade. 20 cents. All right, our target would be that 48, or my target would be that $48 mark, which is a whole number. That's what I would be shooting for right there. You got to look at your bid and ask down here. 16. So you got a lot more sellers now than buyers. Stocks keeps coming on down. We're at 20. Don't be scared of a little pullback, guys. We're at 24, 21.6. We got some buyers stepping in, not too much. It's about equal right now. You still got more sellers though. Now we're at that 19. $20 mark right there. We got some buyers coming in here. 5,000, 4,000, 4,000. Look at your buyers. You still got more sellers right now though. A lot of sellers stepping in right now. Look at this right here. 90,000 right there at 20. Okay, that's what you want to see. You see how that much still didn't even move the chart? So right there, 90,000. We're moving on up. You got some support now at that 20 mark. And that's how you do it, guys, right there. You broke resistance, or you broke support here. If you're a little bit more experienced and you notice it couldn't break this area here for hole number 50, especially being of the middle of the 100, 50, you could have gotten up here, rolling down here. As soon as you saw this hammer right here down, that's a good indication it's weak. We're gonna break support. Broke down support. You watch for the bid to go under 50, which it did. You got in the trade, rode all the way down. You're watching, look at this, 150. You're watching the time and sells. You're making sure there's a lot of orders coming into the downside. Level 2, make sure there's a lot of sellers stepping in. Always make sure you got more buyers, especially on these areas, these whole number resistance areas. They're always going to be support and resistance. Always make sure that there's always, if you wanted a breakthrough, always make sure there's more sellers and buyers. If you wanted to hold and bounce, always make sure there is more buyers and sellers. Okay, so if we started getting more buyers here than sellers, it could have just bounced on up again, just like right here. All right, but that wasn't the case. Now we're at 23 here, looking for it to come even lower. My target again would be that $40 mark. That $49 mark. $40 would be great down here, but 49 would be my target. Let's just see what happens, guys. Okay, we got a big push now. Now we're at 49.15. Really good. We see a lot of red here, that 150. You see all these coming in. That's 6,000 right there times 2,000. Pretty good trade overall. Got about 15 cents left to go for that first target of $40. That's how you do it, guys. It's not really hard. You see a lot of people, whenever you first start trading, you don't know when to get in a trade, when to get out of a trade. You get in a trade, you make a little bit of money, and you get out of the trade and you're happy. It's as simple as this, identify support and resistance. Once resistance breaks, you go long. All right, once the resistance is broken, that now becomes support. If it comes under support, which was that previous resistance, give it a little bit of a wiggle room. If it keeps coming on down, that's gonna be your stop loss. Just get out. All right, same thing here. Support, broke support, give it a little bit of wiggle room, and if it goes above support, then just get out the trade. But now we're at 49.15. Give it a little bit of time here. Again, don't be scared for a little pullback. I am trading on a 30-minute time frame, so a little pullback might seem pretty bad on the chart, but it's not too bad. It's a 30-minute candle there. Looking at your bid and ask, you got 5 buyers and 22 sellers. Sellers stepping in. If you were to go down to the 1-minute chart, you would see this right here. That's how it would look like on the 1-minute chart. You're gonna have resistance now at this area here, but I don't trade off this. I just trade on this. It's a lot better like this for me. There's 17. There's some resistance around here. There's some support at that 10. Once it breaks 49.10, I'm pretty sure it's gonna drop all the way down to 40, possibly even lower. Let's just stay back and watch. We're at that 20 mark. You got more sellers and buyers still. 17 times 25, 11 times 26. And that times you're probably thinking, what is 26 times 5 mean? All it really means is that you got 12 buyers times, 20 sellers. That's all that means. Whenever this number is higher than this one, that means you got more sellers and buyers. Whenever this number is higher than this one, that means you got more buyers and sellers. That's all that means, guys. And you got your bid and ask here. So normally when I'm in a trade, I would just look at this right here. Bid and ask. I already know the areas I want to get on my chart. I already know what my targets are. So I'm just going to be on here looking at this. All right. So now I know my target's $49. I'm just making sure. You see, we got more. We had more buyers stepping in, and it immediately got taken out. That's why you could use your time and sales, give you a more accurate picture. But then again, I never use these. The only thing, like I told you guys, I just use this. Like I told you guys before, though, the problem with this is you can have a lot of buyers coming in, and it'll show here, and then it gets taken out, so the orders never really go through. It will just scare people. So right now the lows is 10. Once it breaks 10, I'm pretty sure we're gonna drop down to 49 really quick. So 10 is gonna be our support level. Once that 49, 10 breaks, this could come down really quick. Just waiting and watching now. Just waiting and watching. Got some buyers stepping in. You got more buyers and sellers now. Okay, as you can see, we're driving the bid lower. Now it's at 11. I'm hoping for it to go to 9. That would be the break under 10. And like I told you guys, as soon as that breaks, I think we're going to go even lower. It's about leveled out right here. Okay, now we broke even lower. There we go. We got that trade like I wanted. Go to 49. There we go. There we go. You see this? That's what you want to see right there. 49 is my target. You can give it a wiggle room. You can do 49.3. You can get out there. It doesn't have to be exactly 49. But like I told you guys, the low was 10 right here. 49.10. Once it broke that, just came all the way through. $49 would be my target right there. Quick, easy 50-cent trade. And then you can hold on the rest. Watch out for this area here right under the low of this candle. Hold on to the rest. And then once it breaks the low of this candle, you can expect that to come maybe all the way down here to that 47 or that 48.50 mark down here. That would be a good trade as well. Just watch out for whole numbers as always. That's going to be some okay, there we go. We broke through 49. Take my first target right there. Break under this candle here. That's what we want to see. Market's coming down lower. Apple's coming down lower. Facebook and Mu, everything's coming down lower as well. Qs are at 218, which is yesterday's highs and a whole number as well. So we might get a bounce here. I'm not really sure. Just watch to see what the market is doing. SPY just dropped. This thing's just tanking right now. So right now you take some of your position off right there at that whole number there. That's what you would do. Watch it for it to break the low of this candle. Market at 325.70 now. Q is at 218 at yesterday's highs. Watch this thing to break the low of this candle. It's going to be some support right here on that low of the candle. Once it breaks this area, that 48.93, it broke through. Okay, now we're looking at the low. The low's 48.83. Again, look at your bid and ask. It's about at level right there. We got some buyers stepping in here. Look at your time and sells. You could get a bounce here. Like I told you guys, it's a whole number. It's the low of this body here. We could get a bounce. You got a pivot point there, so you could get a bounce there. The Qs are at 218, yesterday's highs. We could get a bounce there as well. The SPY, same thing. It's on yesterday's highs. So that's how you could use level 2. That's how you use level 2 to take a trade, time and sells if you want to. Like I told you guys, I don't use time and sells very much, but if you do use time and sells, at least use it correctly. At least watch for the big fish in the water. Don't be looking at these little nonsense one shares. Don't be looking at that stuff. That stuff's not going to move the market at all. So you see, that's when you would be thinking about getting out of the trade right here. Okay, look, we're at the low of this candle, at the body of this low. We're at a pivot point here. We're at a whole number. You know, you look at the market over here on this side. You look at the Qs. We're at 218, highs of yesterday. You got a whole number there, 218. Look at the SPY as well. It's on the high of yesterday. Bounce like we did this morning. All right, so now if you come over here to your chart, that's pretty much a good indication. Okay, you know what? This is where you're going to decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to take off my whole trade here, or just leave on, you know, take my partial and leave the rest running. Okay. And this is where you could catch a bounce as well. You could buy here at 49. Like again, you got the support of this candle, the pivot point, whole number. Take it long right here. If it works out, your first target 49.50 up here, right on all the way up as far as you can. So that's a good little example here, guys, of how to use time and sells. Again, with bid in the ask right here, level 2, as well as when to get in the trade. So you got 3 lessons in one. Really quick and easy, simple, nothing really too hard, guys. And that's how you do it, guys. It's as simple as that. Now you see we're coming down lower. Like I said, this is where you decide. Am I going to keep my whole shares here and hope we come down even lower? Or am I going to, you know, take them off because I'm expecting a bounce here? This is where you have to decide. Look at the market here. Looks like we're getting a little bounce here. All right. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully this helped you guys out a lot. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any problems I can help you guys out with. I'll be happy to help you guys. Like I said, I'll see you on the next one. Alright, so a little quick update here. You see where the market's at now. It broke the low of this candle. This thing's just tanking. Like I told you guys, another target would be 49.50, which is right here. That'd be another good place right there as well. You have to oversess the overall market. The SPY came lower. Look at the Qs. We broke under that high of yesterday there. Facebook's coming down. Apple's coming down. Pretty much it all just follows the market. But like I told you guys, AMD, this could be another place to take out some money right here. So once it broke this candle, the whole number here, that now becomes resistance. Broke down below this candle, which is going to be your big support. Broke down through that, came all the way down here. Possibly we can get it to come all the way and close the gap from yesterday, get a bounce at the gap, starts coming back up. I don't know if it's going to do that, but that's one of the possibilities that can happen. So that's how you do it, guys. As easy as that. I know it's a little bit of a long video, but it's very important you guys learn this type of stuff. It's not really hard. It's very easy. And that's how you do it, guys.